Nick Estes here, and in this video I want to show you exactly how to approach and wholesale pre-foreclosures. What's up everyone, Nick Estes here. Today I want to tackle pre-foreclosures for you, okay? I've been getting a lot of questions on this, once again in my Facebook group, Mastering Wholesaling and House Flipping with Nick Estes. Make sure you join that group if you're not already. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of questions and comments in this group about, people have questions about the foreclosures, right? Trying to figure out how to find these deals, what to say to people, and how to go about doing it. So I really want to go through this whole process with you. It's really important. What people, I don't know if they understand or not, is you need to get these houses in pre-foreclosure, right? Not actually foreclosed properties. Now, once a house goes into, foreclosure, you can no longer purchase that property. It goes back to the bank and you have to wait for the bank to sell it. You need to get it around the homeowner still has possession and control of that property. So this is called a pre-foreclosure. Now, normally when, a homeowner becomes like a couple months or two or 3 months behind on their mortgage, right? What happens is they go into what's called pre-foreclosure. Now, the bank sends them a notice and it becomes public record of this, that they need to become current on their mortgage, right? And catch up on their payments, right? And you can see this in public record down at the courthouse. Now, this is the ideal time to get these deals because they need the money to get caught up or they go into foreclosure. And, once that happens, it ruins their credit and everything else, right? So make sure that you're getting houses in pre-foreclosure. Okay, now, how do you find these, right? Now, the best way for me, my company, I just go down, the local, I do it online, but most counties, the local courthouse, or it's all public record, right? And you can pull all this stuff manually. Now, you can also go to other websites like ListSource as well, and you can purchase these lists, right? Now, these people are very, very motivated. These are one of the most motivated lists that you can get. And I love targeting these people because really, they have to sell. They don't have an option. Most of these people are not gonna be able to get caught up on their mortgage. Once they get behind 2-3 months, it's very, very hard to get caught back up, okay? So they have to sell. So if you can try to help these people, right, do whatever you can for them, most likely you can come to some sort of an agreement as long as they do have some equity in their house, right? So, just basically public records, look it up yourself or go to like ListSource or, there's a bunch of other websites as well that sell these pre-foreclosure lists. But I like to do it personally, pull it manually at the county, because I find it's the most accurate and the most up-to-date. They usually publish this stuff weekly, okay? So you can really stay up-to-date on this information. Now, once the pre-foreclosure has been, published to become a public notice, right? It's normally every county, every state's a little bit different. But in my experience, it's usually anywhere from 90 and 120 days is what they give you to get caught up on the mortgage, right? Now that is the time frame that you have between that notice being published and the time that you have to purchase the property. Okay, that clock starts ticking, okay? Now every single day that goes down, you have to purchase this. You or your investor or the homeowner needs to get caught up on these payments, right? Before this notice is up. Now on the notice, it's gonna say how many days it is, and it'll give you that date. It's usually between 90 and 120 days. So you have, 3-4 months to, get in contact with the owner, establish a deal if you're wholesaling it, and then get a contract and find a cash buyer and close on it before this time is up, okay? That clock starts ticking and you need to, before the end of the date, before the bank takes it back. Because once, like I said, once it goes into foreclosure and the bank takes it back, there's nothing else you can do. Okay, so very, very important. Pre-foreclosures, right? That notice comes out, that's when you have to get it before it goes into pre-foreclosure, okay? Now, let's talk about, let's say that you get the list of pre-foreclosures, now what, right? Now that you know that, you have to get them in pre-foreclosure. Now, I like to just talk to people and really have them open up, right? Really want to start talking to these people, you know, and just talk to them like you would like a normal cold call script. Now, last week I put out a cold call video of what to say to people. So look at that video of like a basic script to how to open up people. I don't want to go into that all again on this one. But really just want to talk to these people. You don't really want to, in the first phone call with them, let them know that they're in you know, pre-foreclosure and they're going to lose their house. You know, these people have been dealing with the banks already. If they're in pre-foreclosure, they're behind their payments. They're getting phone calls from the bank probably every week. You know, and if you bring this up, you're going to upset them and they're going to get defensive. So really just try to talk to them on a human level, and you know, start asking them some questions to have them open up, right? Start, you know, just basic question. Are you living in the property? How long have you lived there? You know, why do you want to sell? You know, do you know where you're going to move? How can I help you? Right? These are all really, really good questions to have a person open up. And if you start, you know, asking these questions and establishing rapport and trust with somebody, naturally they're going to tell you, you know, over time, okay, I have to sell, you know, the bank's going to take the property. And then that's when you can start having a really intelligent conversation and educating your seller on their different options, right? Now, if they do have some equity, you know, do everything you can for them, right? Now, if you truly, truly try to help your customers, you'll be very, very successful at this. Now, me personally, what I like to do is, you know, try to offer to pay off the mortgage for them. And depending on how much equity they have, you know, try to give them a little bit of money, right? So they have money to move and move on with their life, put a little bit of money in their pocket. The bank takes it, they're gonna ruin their credit, and they're walking away with zero, right? They're not getting any money, they're losing the credit, you know, and you know, they don't know what they're gonna do. So if you can offer a couple solutions to them, right? A little bit of money in their pocket, maybe you're gonna help them move or pay for moving expenses, and they're gonna save their credit, it's a win-win situation for them. Okay, so really try to do everything you can for them, as much as you can, depending on how much equity is in the deal. Now, you're gonna evaluate these deals just like you would any other wholesale deal, right? ARV minus the investor's discount, minus repair, minus your assignment fee. Okay, so just like any other wholesale property, you're gonna evaluate the same way. But the only thing that's really, really important when dealing with the pre-foreclosures that might be a little bit different than a normal wholesale deal, right, is two things, okay? One is you need to get the exact payoff amount from the bank, right? So you want to get that statement. So usually the homeowner will have to call the bank and get that statement. So it's really, really important. I say that is because usually, you know, once they get behind on payments, the bank starts adding all kinds of additional fees on as well. Right? So you need to get that payoff with all the fees associated the bank may be tacking onto there. So you get the exact payoff amount. Then from there, once you have that payoff, then you can establish how much you can give them based on your formula. So that's really important to get that exact payoff. And the other thing you want to do from them is get the deadline date that the bank will be taking the property back, that you have to purchase the property before that date. So whatever you put on your purchase and sale agreement with a seller, it has to be before that date, okay? So very, very important. This is a couple very simple things, right? So, you know, just a simple recap here. I know this sounds pretty cut and dry, but I want to make sure people understand the difference between pre-foreclosure and foreclosure, and you know, really how to establish these deals, right? So, you know, once the pre-foreclosure is established, you're going to have between 90 and 120 days to get this locked up and sold. And really just want to talk to these people and have them open up to you. Ask them some open-ended questions, build rapport, build some trust, and really try to help them. If you can do this, and you can show them that you're a person there to help them, you're not trying to steal the house from them, you know, you're really trying to do everything you can for them and save them from the bank taking the property and put some money in their pocket, you should be able to come up with a win-win solution. Now, the only two things you have to be aware of is the exact payoff and the exact date the bank's going to take the property back. You have to close on before, okay? That's it, guys. That's a pre-foreclosure. I hope this helped you a lot. If you want some more help on this, if you want some more one-on-one help, if you want me to personally help you, make sure you go to 32daystofreedom.com. I'll put the link below. That's my personal mentorship program where I'll personally help you implement all these different strategies and help you do your first deal. Okay, if you like this video, make sure you comment, show me some love. And like I said in the beginning of the video, make sure you join my free Facebook group, Mastering Wholesaling and House Building with Nick Estes. A lot of activity in there. It's growing really fast. A lot of people helping each other out, and I'm very active in there. And find me on Instagram. That's where I'm the most active. See what I'm doing every single day at Nick Estes. All right, I will see you on the next video.